spend the morning going to a city we're not from, learn about the city in the morning. In the afternoon, we're gonna walk a bunch of properties and find the best property to actually buy as an investment. And maybe even buy it. Now, what city are we going to? That's what this comes in. We're throwing a dart. Wherever the dart goes, that's where we go. Let's do it. Oh man! Baltimore? Baltimore? You in? Let's go.
So we made it to Baltimore. We're here to see the city. What's give us an agenda here.
Look, I lived here for like 10 years. We're gonna see, it's a weird city. There's some nice parts, there's some not nice parts, and there's some things in transition. I think we should see a whole bunch of different stuff so you get the lay of the land before we figure out what we actually want to buy.
Okay, so we're gonna see good stuff, bad stuff,
and everything in between. But here's what I want to know. Why the hell are we in a graveyard?
So it was a little surprise I had for you. This isn't just any grave site here. Let's come over here. We got a famous Edgar Allan Poe tombstone here. What? Actually, get me here. My family will like this.
This is stupid.
Let's
go see some houses.
My daughter's actually named after one of his poems.
One of his poems?
Yeah. Annabelle,
you don't even know how to read.
Well, Annabelle Lee, you know.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Chris?
Yep, Chris.
How's it going?
Pat, how are you, bud?
Nice to see you.
Hey.
All right.
Nice to see you.
All right, so what do you have going on here?
Well, we got a nice flipper here, or a refinance, or a little bit of flexibility.
Cool.
You know, we purchased this guy for about $85,000.
Whew, not a bad deal.
In here, we're opening the wall up somewhat. They have a half bath that's already existing. We just have to clean that up and make that more modern. The kitchen wall, if you look back on this area, is opened up. That was closed. So we're going to just put some pendant lights there, make that your kitchen. We were contemplating putting a washer dryer on this first floor, but we may just keep it in the basement area, depending. So basically, just clean it up. We got to paint it, redo the kitchen, backsplash, drywall, painting, baseboards. We have some lights that are going in here. Just to open it up. We'll have our fixtures will be replaced.
The joists are pretty much, they're running this way, so you can pretty much just knock out any of these walls, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's correct.
It's a pretty good deal for everybody.
Yeah, the house looks like it has good bones. The floor's nice and level.
Thanks, guys.
All right, you're welcome. Yeah.
What's up, buddy? All right. Baltimore, let's do this.
This is a great area. It's not super high crime. You don't have any drugs on this block, but you have to be super careful. In Baltimore City, it is block by block. So one block can be great, and 2 blocks over can be the worst block there is in Baltimore City.
Yeah.
These ones are 3 levels up. They're relatively large. Most of them are 24, 26, 2,800 square feet.
I mean, 2,800 square feet for a property that's going to retail in the 150 to 175K.
In certain areas of the city, you're going to find very similar huge properties. And then for other areas of the city, the more expensive areas, you find smaller properties that are expensive. So when you go a little bit further out or in different directions, in different pockets of the city, you have these huge properties that are selling for a low price that you can cash flow really well. So whenever we renovate a property, we always try to make it as maintenance-free as possible. Meaning the floors you're going to notice are LVP, that's luxury vinyl plank, and it's just very low maintenance. You don't have to change out or clean carpets. They're easy to clean. They take a lot of wear and tear.
What I love about your stuff is you have a system for everything. I assume you use the same wall color on everything you do.
Navajo sand, same door color, intellectual gray, all from Home Depot, same trim color, which is white, ceiling color, white. Another thing that I love about these townhouses that, we can't get in everything is on the main level, you got washer and dryer. Tenants love that. It's good for keeping a longer term tenant, but it's also good for your resale of your property. People are looking for this. This is what, when a new house goes up, this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna put it on the main level so people can wash their clothes. They don't have to go all the way down to the basement. It just makes sense.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is the last bedroom. I said, when I came in the property, I noticed it and it was unfinished just like the basement. But I know more bedrooms, especially for voucher tenants, you get more money. A high thing that happens for crime is people come in and they will steal your outdoor units.
That sucks.
And if they can, it's a great steal. So we know about this. We cage our units. Lead-based paint is a huge problem in Baltimore. It causes a liability to the property. You have to have disclosures for lead-based paint. If your tenants get lead paint poisoning, they can sue you. You look up there, you can see it's aluminum caps, just like we do around our windows. Not only does that reach our philosophy of rock solid rentals, we don't have to paint anything because they're metal, but it also solves the problem of making the property lead free.
Do you get these cabinets from the guy we're going to see next?
I do.
So you run this, it's a direct-to-consumer, direct-to-investor cabinet company.
That's our niche. We're really a little bit more unique. We're focused on getting our cabinet and our products right directly to the consumer.
We're in your warehouse. This place is gigantic. I've never seen so many cabinets in my life. This is, I guess, now you told me that you only have one. You have like 2 warehouses, I guess, and trying to get a 3rd warehouse.
We're about to start open up our 3rd as well, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you guys ship the cabinet pre-assembled,
Assembled, ready to install.
and it gets delivered to the actual property the person needs it in.
Inside the property. It's not even curbside or anything like that.
And your turnaround times are crazy. I mean, it's like
Yes.
a couple days, right?
We're typically 1 to 3 days delivered, into the property.
Owner of the Baltimore Blast, the best indoor soccer team in the world.
No.
You were in the CIA. You owned a bank. You developed Canton. You owned a trucking company. And that's like there's probably more. You're crazy.
Well, it is. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Yeah, and you know what I'm talking about, Chad, because that's what you seem to be.
Yeah, for better or worse.
Yeah.
You think you can still make money in Baltimore?
I think you pick your spots over in this area where it's relatively safe.
We're sitting here at Canton Waterfront Park
Right.
that you at one point owned.
Yes. It was out of Penn Central Railroad. It was in bankruptcy. I bought it from them for $170,000. Built a few buildings around here. Started my trucking business here.
This is like 1980.
This was 1976. The guy shows up here and says, Mayor Schaefer would like to meet you, or he wants to buy this property. I said, for what? He said, to make it the Gold Coast. I said, well, I just came in here, put this money in here. I have a mortgage on it for $250,000. I went down to City Hall. It was intimidating. And I said, listen, Your Majesty, I said, it's not that. I just got this. And I got an SBA loan, and I'll sell it to you, but I want to be treated fairly. He says, we'll make sure that you're going to be treated fairly. We'll get an appraisal, get some appraisals, and fine. Now, what I owed $250,000 on, I got paid $2,320,000, something like that. That's like,
So $2 million bucks back then. It's probably worth like $20 million today.
oh yeah, it was like, and I'm not even 30 yet, and I'm like,
Is it weird sitting here knowing at one point you owned this land and it was, I mean, when you bought it, it was decrepit, and now it's one of the signature places in Baltimore. Is that a little weird?
no, it's a pretty good, but I don't dwell on it. I'm looking at the next thing, really, probably like you.
Words of wisdom for people who are maybe just beginning their investing career. I don't know. What would you say to somebody who's just getting started?
Buy low, sell high, then employ the no dickhead rule.
What's the no dickhead rule?
The no dickhead rule is that you do not want to hang around people, do business with people that are dickheads.
That's easy enough. It's a good one. If you were a real estate investor, would you invest in Baltimore?
I am. We own our house.
You are
It's the most important investment that exists.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. You feel like it's heading in the right direction? Investments overall in the city?
I do, and I think all of the kind of objective measures show it.
There's a CHAP tax credit, I believe,
Yeah, we have a
investors?
number of incentives for investment incentives, and then at the state and city level, a lot of programs with Live Near Your Work, and the CHAP program is an enormous investment tool that helps make things a little bit more costly. Look, we know we struggle with things around education and crime, depending on where you are, but I think the outside view is not the same view that those of us who are here every day feel. We love it. Keep
Thanks.
it up.
All right.
Good luck.
We're at the west side of Baltimore, and something that's unique to the west side, if you look over these properties, so these properties were all board ups that we just saw on the other side of the city. These were all board ups probably 8-12 months ago.
Wow.
And what they ended up doing, they kept all the front, which are unique to Baltimore, unique to west side. You see how gorgeous the trim work is for the brick, but they gutted the entire inside out. So what I mean by that is there's 4 walls. They take all the joist, everything out. So it's a completely new construction, interior, everything.
Once
Renovations,
done, it's worth $250.
$250, $280. Some were selling for $300. So this is the transformation that's happening over on the west side. And not all blocks are like this, but you can see they're doing the same thing on the other side. They're gutting out all the buildings. And you can see at the very top of the block, you can see all the board ups up there. You see if they're painted, so the board ups are actually painted so they look okay. They have water or
Yeah, something. They look nice, actually. I would argue that right now you have A class on one corner.
Yep.
You have B class on another. You have a C class like deli. That looks a little rough,
that's right, D class.
but this is D. Just hang with me here. Within basically 4 corners, you literally have 4. I'm not sure I've ever seen this in real estate. You literally have like A, B, C, and D, roughly.
One of the really cool things about Baltimore that provides the opportunity for investment, you can see properties that go 150 on this side of the street, and then on that side of the street, they go for 600. Usually that shows there's some sort of opportunity and it can be capitalized.
Or it's a crisis.
Or it's a crisis.
All right, what's up?
How we doing, guys?
I'm Chad.
Matt? Turkey?
All right. Hi, I'm Nate.
Nate? Matt?
Cool.
Dave? Good to see you.
You guys know each other.
Yep.
Yep.
So what's the story here?
This is a property that I was scrolling on good old social media one day and happened to find this beautiful end unit row home. We quickly landed on a number and we got it done. We already have a tenant lined up.
That's a Section 8 tenant coming in?
Subsidized. It's called BRHP, or Baltimore Regional Housing Partnership, which is just another form of subsidized housing. Yeah.
Okay.
Over 200 units, probably over 90% of them are subsidized housing, so Section 8 or a similar program. The rents are usually pretty strong. Probably about 80% of the rents are paid guaranteed. You do have to go through inspections. Inspections are a little bit tougher than
Yearly?
Yeah, typically. So, and they're a little bit tougher than, just kind of getting your third-party rental inspector to come in and, make sure that everything is kind of okay. So that's the initial inspection. Then you do have an annual inspection, and the houses tend to kind of get beat up, I guess, for lack of a better term. There's typically a good amount of people living in the houses. But the tenants also tend to stay longer.
Is the investment thesis here and the reason why you finished the basement, is it more bedrooms, more money for voucher tenants?
Yes, exactly.
Hopefully your flooring is waterproof.
It is, yes. Yeah.
It's not all, Matt just said, look, it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Right. Yeah.
New scratch and dent washer?
It could be, yeah.
Why is there a hatchet in the backyard?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Does that come with the house, or what's the...
It's here for effect and security.
All right, so jam-packed day of learning about Baltimore. Where are we going now, Chad?
We're going to get a crab cake.
Yeah, that's what they say you do when you're here, right?
Yeah.
We learned all about the city, some good stuff, some bad stuff, and then this afternoon we're gonna go find some stuff to buy, right?
Let's go buy a house.
Well, of all the things you saw, what do you think is gonna make the most sense for us to buy?
Something hopefully needs under $10,000. Probably not as close to Canton or Federal Hill. Those are a little expensive. But also probably not one of these like burned out houses. All right, look, we're at Cross Street Market. This is one of the coolest places to eat in Baltimore. Totally rehabbed inside. Used to be kind of dreary. Now it's like rocking. It's a place to be. They grab a couple of natty bows and some lunch. They got some crab cakes, crab cake platter, actually, and some Maryland crab soup, and then an egg and scrapple sandwich. That's actually for Nate. So I hope you enjoy some scrapple. Don't even ask what's in it. Just have a bite. Come on.
Dig in.
Tastes like turkey? Sausage.
It's like, I don't know, something not bad.
Yeah.
Hey Chad, I want to introduce you to Mike and Steve from
Cool.
Vibe Realty.
What's up, guys?
How are you?
How you doing?
Hey there.
Cool. This is Nate.
So you have this amazing grand staircase here. It's pretty neat. This was built as a multifamily, converted to a single family, now being back used as a multifamily. 1 unit on this floor, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath.
It sure looks like it, right? I mean, it's like,
it could be that he put 1 or 2 people in here for next to nothing, just to make sure squatters don't take it.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. If he has a lot on his plate, he can't renovate it right away. He'll probably do that.
Yeah, this is.
It's wild to me the bathrooms are still like the original bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like that they never once in the last 100 years decided to renovate.
It is.
I mean, well, there's this book called Not My Neighborhood.
Yeah. Compared to across the street, I mean, it looked like those floors go back.
I don't know. I mean,
Gotta be 175 to 200, and that's I mean.
a rough house.
This be a rent to a bunch of other
Smelly. But I think they got the idea. What it smells like.
Yeah,
I feel like you're gonna be able to
smell through the video. We're actually in production.
You could actually send all your viewers like a scratch and sniff.
Scratch and stuff, yeah.
Right.
Well, only 1 water heater and 1 heating system.
Right.
So you would definitely want to
Big
isolate
showers.
each unit. We're looking at lead paint on the walls and on the ceiling.
We're not gonna buy this. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for wasting my time.
What else you got for us?
Yeah,
Anything
show someone
lined
else.
up?
Yeah.
We do have another interesting property in Reservoir Hill.
Let's
might
do
be
it.
around the same amount of work.
All right. Well,
Fire,
let's see it. Nothing like something wet dripping on you.
Same exact layout. Interesting. Yeah.
The wallpaper's coming back.
It's
You know,
actually
I don't know that it's really hot in Reservoir Hill, but
Hey, John, I really don't think you should go walk around this thing before.
oh, really?
Liability.
Chad, if I don't come out alive here, tell my family I love them.
And those are hypodermic needles.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. This is what we refer to as a dope den.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cozy.
Yeah, I usually stay here when I come home.
I think somebody definitely is.
All right.
How is this thing on the market for $200,000?
Yeah, that doesn't seem right. All right, Chad, do we have a winner?
No, we're not buying that.
What's wrong with this guy?
This is a lot
What's
of work.
wrong with this?
This is a lot of work.
Maybe in our younger years.
No, not even then. Just not for us. Not for us. Hey, thanks for showing us the house. All right? It is like 8 o'clock at night, but we found a pretty interesting property. The square footage is a little low, but as you will see here momentarily, it's basically rent ready.
Nothing is actually turnkey. You always have to do something.
Okay, all right.
Kitchen layout's a little wonky. Definitely not the best, but it's functional enough. They got tile on the floor. Rule number 1 is you don't open up fridges in properties, but that's okay. We broke rule number 1 because a lot of times if they're not turned on, you can get some smells in there and they just clean it out. It's got a pretty big backyard, surprisingly.
That's cool.
Bigger than most.
Ooh.
And a kind of high fence. It's got HVAC, which you can see, central AC. 3 bedrooms up here, relatively decent layout, carpet upstairs.
Wow, these are high ceilings.
Yeah,
Oh, Chimama.
Baltimore, you're just gonna get bigger properties.
Let's see the basement real quick, and then we'll figure out what we should offer.
You can use it for storage. You could finish it off, but it's a low ceiling, so you can't actually put legal bedrooms down here.
Yeah. What's the height for a legal bedroom?
Usually it's 6 feet height.
Oh, you're good. It's 5'11".
This is your only drain that I can find. Taxes, $1,200. Yeah. And
insurance on this is going to be $60 a month.
yeah. So even if you took out a loan, your loan would be about, I don't know, $900, $1,000 a month. So it's going to cash flow. You're going to be at maybe $400 a month.
Throw another 100 in for repairs that come up. So I think we should offer like 114, something like that.
It's a fair offer.
Hey Mike, how's it going? The property on Myrtle, we like it. Let's put an offer in, $109,500. Can you put that offer in for us? All cash, yep, all cash, no inspections, closing 2 weeks. Yeah, this is good. Successful couple of days in Baltimore. I'm exhausted.
Me too.
Let's get a drink.
All right.